We're on a road trip across British Columbia. We left Vancouver this morning. We're now in front of the Hope Slide behind us, and we are going to
Fernie. Woo!
Up in the Rocky Mountains.
Fernie, BC. So come join us.
Yes.
Road trip! Second stop of the day, Greenwood, BC. We're now learning the history of the town over a cappuccino and some lunch. How's the water taste, Mom?
Oh, this is so good, Mike. This is the best tasting water I've ever had.
In fact, in 2012, actually wait, Town of Greenwood submitted their water, won for best tasting water in 2012. Thank you. Bye. Bye. This is Greenwood, BC. Starts here and goes all the way to just right there. That's it, not very far. This coffee shop that we just ate in was built in 1898, so it's very old.
Look up there.
Yeah, my mom likes all the old houses around here. And so what's, ooh, wow. She's excited.
Look, all the toasters, basically. All the new old cappuccino makers.
So what is Greenwood, BC sort of known for?
The internment camp that when the Japanese were sent here in the Second World War.
That's right. And they say the population here is sort of half Japanese, half Caucasian now, because at the end of the war, a lot of them stayed. So the mayor of Greenwood, the family said, well, the mayor of Greenwood said to the families, you don't have to go back to where you're from. You've added a lot to the community. If you'd like to stay, you're welcome to. So a lot of them did. There it is again. Oh.
Yeah. Greenwood is voted the world's best tasting water at a competition. Huh.
Mom is happy.
Look at the cranes on it.
This behind me is the tunnel just outside of Greenwood, hated by most of the town because it was a real pain in their butt throughout all the years. They discovered a lot of copper in the area and they built a smelting plant here in Greenwood, which meant a lot of trains bringing copper from all over the region. Eventually they decided to get rid of that trestle bridge and they filled it with gravel and dirt and put in a single lane tunnel to let traffic through. Again, in 1964, they then put in a 2-lane bridge and just buried this tunnel. They filled it with dirt and gravel and it disappeared. Once copper was no longer being mined here in this area, they decided they could get rid of the train tracks and they got rid of this infrastructure and cleared this big space here that you see. And in doing so, they uncovered this tunnel again. So they've since cleared it. It's here on display. It became known as the Tunnel of Flags, as a lot of flags were painted on the outside. It's now covered in graffiti. It's just a tunnel, but I kind of like tunnels, so I thought I'd tell you about it. We are looking for our hotel, the Downtowner, here in downtown
There it is,
Preston.
the Downtowner, right there, vacancy.
Oh yeah.
Comfortable room starting at $60.
Well, this is it. We are in the middle of it. This is downtown Creston. Can you do better than that? $60 for a clean, comfortable room. You can't ask for more than that.
Classic.
Ah. 1 degree here in
Sunny
Preston.
and the street cleaner has just been by already at 6 a.m.
Woke my mom up. Right.
Here we are with some delicious Creston coffee.
And breakfast wraps.
Yeah, woo, we're ready for the road.
Back on the road we go. We made it to Fernie. This is our final destination. We're about to part ways, but not yet. We're dropping off Dad.
And
See you later. But I'm taking Mom. Yeah, I do want to show the pool. Okay, come see the lobby or center room to the hotel here. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the chandeliers.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and the elevator that goes up overlooking the
Glass
pool.
elevator. It's like an indoor resort.
Swimwear only. No cutoffs.
Oh,
Mike.
that's what I was talking about.
Mike.
Anyway, my mom here, I'm going to call you a beer liker. You're not a beer lover, but you like a beer. And so we've come to Fernie. I figure we'll take her to the local spot, Fernie Brewing here. Woo! Hi, you must be Jeff.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Michael. How many seasonals do you have?
Oh, jeez. I honestly, off the top of my head, I
Sort
don't know.
sort of an estimate, or like sort of at one time?
Gosh, that's hard. I'd have to really like sit down and look at it. I know
It's that many.
Yeah.
It's cleaning and steaming and rinsing, and then it's upside down, so then it drains out the bottom, so it's cleaning from the bottom. And then this one is being filled from the bottom, and it'll take 7 minutes to do one and then the other and then continue. I didn't know they filled kegs upside down. That's good, so then when you put it right side up, all the foam is at the bottom. No, that doesn't. I also have to ask, because I was sort of told about this a little bit, what's your original connection with Fernie Brewing here?
Well, I guess I've been with Fernie Brewing for only about a year and a half.
Right.
But my father started here in 2011 as a brewmaster. And yeah, I guess he passed away in 2016, late in fall of 2016. And then I started, he passed away in September and I started in December.
Wow.
2016. So I'd been working for a lot of breweries, and my brother's actually in the industry as well. I always felt bad for my mom when we'd all get together because we'd mostly just, the three of us would just talk about beer, and she'd just kind of sit off to the side, I guess.
Wait, what? You build your sampler packs
The
by
labels
hand.
on right down the boxes.
So like you're hand picking beers out of packs.
Along with
and
popcorn,
putting-
it looks like.
Exactly.
You have to have a bag of popcorn there.
Wow.
Exactly.
Like everything is automated so well, and then when it comes to sampler packs. So when you buy from Fernie and you get a sampler pack because you want to try all they have to offer, you have these guys to thank for that. Look at that smile. That's for you. So the last forgotten ingredient, I have to ask you, where do you guys source your water from?
Well, we get the Fernie town water, but it goes through a reverse osmosis system.
Oh.
So basically, creates a blank slate, strips. Fernie water is really hard, which is good for darker beers, but not so good for lighter beers. So for Project 9, Slingshot, What the Hawk, some of those lighter beers, it's good to have soft water, which we can get through from the RO system. But then for stuff like our heavier, darker beers, we can kind of add more minerals to kind of make harder water to get us.
So you're even essentially modifying the water to your like specific needs and wants.
Exactly.
For the beer you're creating.
Yeah.
That's like small details I would never think of. You're like, water, great, we're in the mountains with some of the freshest, best water, but you're still, I don't know, putting in the work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I kind of want to try this stuff. We go.
The water or the beer?
Well, cheers, I'll try it.
Cheers.
Now I have to ask you, what would you say is your greatest success, or your some beer that's more special to you than the others? I'll ask it that way.
I guess I'd say a beer that's very special is the Professor Marzen that we did this past fall. It was a tribute to my dad. Some of the guy, Paulie, he basically taught Paulie and some of the other brewers how to brew, and so he was kind of their professor. So that was the name, Professor Marzen. There's a picture of him on the label, a little kind of.
Wow.
It was a style that he wanted to do the whole time he was here, and I found rough draft of a recipe.
Yeah.
So
Try that.
myself and the other brewers, we kind of finished it off. Released the beer last fall.
Awesome.
So that's a special one that way, and beer turned out really well actually.
That's really cool.
It tasted good too.
Like this, a single-speed blonde on a bike. It's a bike one.
I know.
Road bikes. Oh,
Mom's
great.
happy. We're all happy.
Yeah.
And now it's time to go meet the guys. The boys have arrived with pizza! Ladies and gentlemen, Jake.
This isn't DownieLive, he has a mullet.
And this is Torvin.
Are we live with
Oh my
DownieLive?
gosh, you are. Thanks for watching so far. There's a lot more to come with these two tomorrow.
Tune in later.
Make sure to subscribe.
Subscribe.